Happy last day of the NBA regular season to all those who celebrate. As somebody who watches NBA basketball day in and day out, I gotta say, man, I had a lot of fun with this season. There were a lot of dynamic plot points throughout the league, a lot of interesting storylines that I was following throughout the league this year. It was just a lot of fun. So let's get into my awards ballot here. Let's start at the top with the MVP. I'm gonna give it to SGA, man. A lot of people will complain about the foul baiting, about the grifting. I don't see that when I watch SGA. I feel like people who see that mostly when they watch him, they're just watching to be negative. Because when I watch him, that is a very small part of his game. At the end of the day, the guy he's amazing at just getting to his spots, at dominating the game from his spots. And he's not the biggest guy. He's not the most athletic guy out there. He's just a master of his craft. So shout out to SGA. If they get another championship this year, you combine the statistical seasons he's racked up the last 2 or 3 years with the accolades he's racked up the last 2 or 3 years. Now you're in Dwayne Wade, Jerry West, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan territory for a guard. That's insane. So second place, I'd give it to Jokic. We're talking about a multi-time MVP winner here who statistically had his best regular season ever. He's going to be first in rebounds, first in assists, like fourth, maybe fifth in points. That's crazy to rack up. He deserves big time praise for that. Third place, a little bit of a hot take. I'm going to give it to Jaylen Brown here. A lot of people are saying Wemby, but Jaylen Brown, man, what he did is flat out amazing. This far into his career to make a leap like he did, a lot of people doubted him. A lot of people doubted the Celtics without Tatum. I certainly did. I thought they'd win like 30 games this year. He proved me wrong. He took his game to another level. Shout out Jaylen Brown. Let's talk about Defensive Player of the Year now. This is where Wemby gets recognized. He is a clear Defensive Player of the Year this year. Like, the gap between him and second place is outrageous. If I had to give a second place, I'd probably go with Sar Thompson. I feel like the Pistons had a really nice defensive identity this year. That was all predicated on a Sar Thompson. Third place, I'm going to go Chet Holmgren. Feel like he's one of the better defensive players in the NBA, especially weak side defensive players. So the help defense that he brings to the Thunder, it's a big part of what they do and why they dominate the league the way they do. Let's go Rookie of the Year now. So Con Knipple, clear winner for me. Now I do feel like he's starting to get a little too much credit with this Hornets thing. People are discounting the leap that LaMelo Ball made. His decision making is better than ever. His shooting is a lot more controlled this year. Brandon Miller's healthy. His game's made a leap too, but Con has been flat out amazing. Cooper Flag has been the best rookie in the NBA for sure. The stats he's putting up are historic, but Con has been more consistent, played more games, and had a bigger impact on winning. So I got to give it to Con. Second place, Cooper Flag. Third place, VJ Edgecombe. Really impressed by the way that guy can shoot. Did not know he was going to be that kind of shooter coming into the league right away. Let's go most improved player now. I'm going to go Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I watched him for a long time in Minnesota. I respected his game. I wanted him to be a Chicago Bull last offseason. That didn't happen. I did not know he could do this. I did not know he could be a certified 20-point-per-game guy on an actual playoff team. So shout out to Nickeil Alexander-Walker. If I had to go second place on that, I'd go Neem Keita. He went from a fringe NBA guy to a starter on the second seed in the East. That's crazy. Third place, Colin Gillespie. He's like this year's Ty Jerome, fringe NBA guy, now a starting point guard, probably getting paid this offseason. So sixth man of the year now, I'm going to go Keldon Johnson. He's one of those guys, like he would be a starter on so many teams in the NBA, but he's excelling at his off-the-bench role this year. So I got to give him the award. Naz Reid, he would be a number 2. He had a really good start to the year. He got hurt a couple weeks ago, and he hasn't quite been the same since. But I still think he would be the number 2. Number 3, this is a little harder. I'm going to give it to Tim Hardaway Jr. I really like what he brought off the bench for the Nuggets this year. Interested to see if he has a good playoffs for them during their run this year. So Coach of the Year, I'm going to go Joe Mazzulla, number 1. Like I said, Celtics exceeded expectations. Everybody thought they'd take a massive step back this year. They did not. Number 2, Charles Lee. Down in Charlotte, he had a great year, one of the best coaches in the NBA for sure. And number 3, I'm gonna go Jordan Ott with the Phoenix Suns. Nobody saw their run coming. He definitely deserves some praise for that. So that's my award ballot for this regular season. Like I said, man, I had a lot of fun watching the NBA this year. Thought it was one of the better regular seasons we've seen in recent memory. A lot of parity, a lot of emerging stars. If you're complaining that the NBA is a bad product, I just don't think you watch much NBA basketball.